by sophomore wide receiver Bryant Wesco Jr. Y'all go ahead with questions whenever you're ready.
Brian, just your takeaways from the offense against LSU. What did you like? What do you think y'all need to get better at?
Yeah, I mean, I just think we need to get better at, capitalizing on the opportunities that we get. Defense gave us the ball a lot. They had a great game. And, just we need to work on, getting momentum, making those plays that we needed to be made from everybody on the offense.
What was the locker room like after the game?
We were just, trying to focus on what we needed, just thinking about, what did we do wrong this game, and really after that, it was just focusing on this week, focusing on the next game.
So how quickly do you flush something like this? Kind of get it out of your system and start looking ahead?
You just gotta, next day, you just take the loss, look at film, learn. As soon as you learn, what you did wrong, you look at film, you see all the opportunities that y'all had, what y'all could have did, and then you just, that's in the past now. You're on the Monday next week, you're getting ready for the other team, so you just got to forget about that game.
When it comes to the secondary at LSU, how do you feel like you guys maybe won your matchup physicality-wise? Just what was that assessment like after watching the tape?
Yeah, I mean, there were some opportunities that we had to make, and LSU's defense, they were good. They were physical, had great footwork and everything, but I think that we got open, a lot, and we just needed to make those opportunities. And even on the contested catches, elite receivers, they make those catches. And so I think that more than them just being, good, we were also not playing to our standard either.
How huge of a loss was it losing Antonio in the first quarter for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, he's one of our greatest players, and so losing him, it's not something that you ever want to deal with. But I think that, we handled it pretty well, coming out. I felt like no one panicked, no one, just thought, oh no, Antonio's out. So we just kept rolling as if, leaders had to step up, people had to go up there and make plays, as if he wasn't even gone or anything. So we just had to keep rolling.
I guess the confidence level in the receiver room if Antonio has to miss a couple games or so, what is the confidence in the room for you guys to replace his production overall?
Yeah, I mean, confidence is great. We just gotta, we all prepare for this moment to be wide receiver one, and so I feel like, with him out, guys are gonna have more opportunities, more chance to make plays, eyes on them more, and so going up, people are gonna have to step up. People are gonna have to make those plays that, we would need from him, and then me, myself, TJ, Tristan, Cole, some of the other guys are going to get more opportunities, and we just got to capitalize on those.
Brian, Cade Klubnik
is someone who's really critical of his own performances. He came in and owned it on Saturday night after the game, speaking with the media. What has he said to you guys about how he played and how he expects to play moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, he said it. He didn't have one of his best games. That came from all of us, but knowing anything about Cade, he's going to respond. And so what he said to us is just he's always going to have our back. We're always going to have his, and he's just going to keep on working and making sure that next time he'll take those opportunities, those shots, and then just, working on this week of being more mentally prepared, more mentally focused, and then, just going into this game with the better, I wouldn't say mindset. I say we had a great mindset going into this game, but just a better, just going into this game better than we did last week.
With Antonio hurt, you obviously had a nice punt return in the fourth quarter. Just take us through that play specifically and just your comfort at that position, if you have to do that, for another few games or something.
Yeah, I mean, we all been working on punt return for, I guess, ever since I got here. So felt like I was pretty prepared going into that moment. I wouldn't say I was ready to go into that moment at the time, but I know that I just had to go in there, breathe. First punt return in front of 80,000. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but I mean, I just had to go out there, breathe, tell myself that I'm built for this moment, and just went out there, put us in a position to try to help us win the game.
What do you like about when you get the ball in your hands like that and you've got open foot in front of your foot?
Yeah, I feel like, that's one of the moments where you could really show your athleticism, show your ability. to go out there and make people miss. Not having to worry about running a route. You could just catch and just get to work.
Did the feeling after the LSU loss kind of compare to you guys' season opener loss in Georgia last season?
Yeah, kind of. For me, it felt more because I played more this game. I feel like I had more of an impact on the game, and I didn't, help us, or I didn't win. We didn't win with me on the field as if for the last opener, but a home loss is never easy, especially if it's an opener. Clemson, we take big pride in our home games, and then just a loss is a loss. So it's just a game like any other game. So we just gotta flush that away like any other loss we would.
Obviously, a bummer to see Antonio go down, but what was it like to see Tyler Brown step up in his absence, make some plays? Really, the first time in a year, seeing him battle injuries all last season.
Yeah, Tyler, he was one of the most excited players I was wanting to see this year, because he's just been working so hard all summer, all fall camp, all spring, and so for him to get back out there and just make plays, I know he's excited to be out there, and I was excited to watch him and just be on the field with him again. And so, just seeing him make plays, he's been working. I feel like he's a top guy for our team as much as anyone else. So, seeing him make those plays wasn't unsurprising. I feel like we just got more in the tank whenever it comes to being explosive.
Any other questions for Bryant? All right, thanks, Brian. Appreciate
Thank
your time,
y'all.
man.